Short box flow on the reformer yellow spring. Come to the front of your box. Inner thighs are pressing against. Make sure that your hips are in extension, but there's no hinge on the lumbar, and your head is right on top of your spine. Inhale, take the arms overhead, interlace the fingers, open the palms to the sky, stretch. As you exhale, take your arms down. Your breath controls the movement, so staying focused. Inhale, take the arms overhead, interlace the fingers, stretch. Exhale, take the palms down. Inhale, arms overhead, big breath into your lungs. Exhale, belly in. Arms down at the end of the exhale. Interlace the fingers on top one more time. Inhale. And take your palms behind your head, interlaced. Make sure that your belly is in and head is right on top of your tail, extending through your hips without a hinge. Few breaths here. Inhale and exhale. And inhale, take your arms overhead, stretch. And exhale, take your arms down by your sides. Inhale, take your arms up, interlace the fingers, stretch. On the exhalation, ground through your left hip as you fold to the right side. Inhale, up, stretch. And exhale to the other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist from the top, keeping the hip bones facing forward. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the other side. And exhale, slowly take the arms down. Place your fingertips on top of the box. Inhale, take the arms up. This time, look up. On the exhalation, dive down, fountain down, belly, 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 as you bring your elbows and your arms are really strong. They're very active, pressing actively on the box. From here, you're gonna C curve and fold in half into a pike and press out into a plank. Just a few times. Exhale, fold into pike and press out. And come back into a pike. Look at the wall behind you. Press out, and this time we're only gonna move the elbows, so your body is not moving. Everything is staying in the same position, slight tuck, and you're only moving your elbows, control front. A few more times, and fold in half into a pike. Breathe in, exhale, press out. This time you're only gonna move your ankles. So you're gonna flex and point your ankles. Flex and point a few times. Flex and point. And flex and point. And flex and point. And you're gonna lift one leg up and flex and point just a few times. Flex and point. And switch and flex and point. Make sure you're not dropping, and flex and point. And come in into a pike. And take your knees down. Rearrange, readjust. And as you inhale, you're going to take your arms overhead. Take a breath. As you exhale, you're going to dive down. As you take your arms down, pushing against the box. Inhale, open from the sternum. And exhale, fold in half, keeping the carriage home. Tuck your chin in, C-curve your spine, and press out. Squeeze your glutes, drop your pelvic, shoulders up, look up into a swan. Tuck your chin in and look at the wall behind you to come in. And bring your knees down. Readjust, take a breath. Inhale, open from your sternum. Exhale, C-curve your spine. As your arms come overhead, take a big breath into your rib cage. Look up. As you exhale, dive down. Take your arms to either side of the box. Inhale here, arch. And exhale, tag the toes under. C-curve your spine and come into a pike without moving the carriage if you can. And inhale here. On the exhalation, press out into a plank. And we're going to do a little knee dance. So you will take your right knee to the box and left knee to the box, keeping everything square. Right knee outside of the right hand, left knee outside of the left hand. And little rotation. Take your right leg to the right wrist and your left leg to your left wrist. And come back to the center and fold in half. Pike. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, press out into a plank. Strong core, belly in, shoulder blades moving away from each other. And you're only going to move your arms, control front, just like we did with elbows. So just a few moves here. It's the accent on the in, and fold and half pike. Press out, belly in. So this time nothing is moving, just your ankles. So you're gonna flex and point, and flex and point, and flex and point, and point, and flex. And don't forget to breathe. Lift one leg, point and flex, point and flex. Don't lock the elbows. Move the shoulders away, switch legs just a few times. And take a breath. Come in, fold in half. Look at the wall behind you. And take your right foot in the middle of the carriage. Press into a lunge. Find the link in the both side of your waist. And a little arch and tuck here. Make sure that your head stays on top of your tail. Few breaths. Find the lightness of your fingers. And you can drop the leg that on the carriage for hip flexor stretch. You can lift your opposite arm and side bend for more intense stretch. And come back into a high lunge. Bring the carriage home. Straighten both press out back into a lunge. And this time we're gonna bend and extend the knee. So it's a small, real small movement. Make sure that you're not pushing with your fingers, just flexing and extending the knee. The hamstring curl a few times and come in. Both knees are straight. And again, small little movement. If you can, stick out your bum, find the lightness in the fingers. And you can turn your foot to the right, and you can turn your foot to the left for different fibers. And you can drop your torso, really stick out your bum, straighten both knees as much as you can. Take a breath. And take your leg back. And press out into a plank. We're going to do the knee dance on that side. So you'll take your left knee to the box and right knee to the box, left leg to the left arm, right leg to the right arm, and rotation. And come back into a pike. Look at the wall behind you, fold in half. Take a breath. From here, we're going to take the left leg in the middle of the carriage, come into a lunge. Make sure that there's length on both sides of your hips. And you can arch and tuck here for a few times, and for intense stretch, you will drop the knee that's on the carriage, the hip flexor stretch. Take the arm up, side bend, and bring the carriage home. Press out. Find the lightness in your fingertips, length of the waist on both sides, and a hamstring curl. Just press out a few times. So make sure that you're really moving from the leg. You can lift your toes and come in. Straighten both knees, stick out your bum, and take the belly in. Again, small little movement here. And you can press through both heels and then turn your foot to one side and to the other. For a lateral stretch. And if it feels okay, you can lower your torso for a more intense stretch. And switch legs one more time, press out. Really find the length in the waist so you can move your hip crease down on your right leg. So you're really long. And from here, you're going to take your left arm, align with your left shoulder, and your right arm is going to go into the sky. As you press the carriage home, you're going to rotate and unrotate. Rotate, look up, unrotate. Rotate, unrotate. Rotate, hold for a breath, and bring the carriage home. We're going to switch legs. The other leg goes in the center. And again, find that length in the torso. Make sure that everything is aligned. And as you bring the carriage home, you're going to rotate and unrotate. Really make sure that you're rotating from the ribs, from the rib cage. It's kind of easy to swing your arm here, but instead, really focus on the torso. And bring the carriage home, pike. Drop the knees down. Inhale as you take your arms overhead. Big breath. As you exhale, dive down and take your arms really from the belly. Strong arms. Tuck your toes, C, curve your spine. Inhale, open, arch. Exhale, C, curve belly. Tuck your toes, come into a pike. Press out. So this time you're going to take your left elbow and rotate it on the box, and you're going to take your left foot, the pinkies facing forward, and hips, eyes, and nipples, everything is square, so you are plank. You're going to bend the knees and extend. Bend and extend. Make sure that the bottom leg is super strong. And take one arm to the sky. Fold as the carriage moves home. Bring the pelvis up. Exhale and lower the pelvis. Inhale, side bend. And bend the knees, bring the carriage home. This time, you're going to move and face your full bar and place your elbows on top of the box. And you might have to finagle a little bit. It's for reverse plank. C, curve your spine up. Coccyx, curl your spine up. And you can open your shoulders and drop your head if it feels comfortable. Really engage the belly here, and you can make a small little movements to open the shoulders, only if it's comfortable. And then coccyx curl to come back down. From here, you're going to place the arms on the either side of the box and climb up. And you're going to grab your strap and hook your feet. And we'll just do a couple of core activation while we're here. Inhale. C, curve your spine on the exhalation. And go. Inhale up. Exhale. Make sure that the head stays on top of your shoulders. And this time we're going to go all the way back. And you can let your arms go. Big stretch. Tuck your chin in. Take your palms on the chest using the core muscles. Come in, relax the shoulders, C curve. And inhale, open. One more time, try to relax your shoulders. Inhale, exhale, C curve, big C, capital C. Go all the way back. Let your arms go, stretch. Exhale, take the arms to your chest. Use your belly, squeeze your chin to come all the way up. Big C curve and come back up. And from here, just side bend to one side and side bend to the other. And little rotation. Make sure that you're moving from your ribs. And release the strap. Take your arms to the either side of your box. So the hard part here is to keep the openness of the chest for tricep press. You're going to move your bum down and up. Belly in, tricep press. Down and up. Few times. Keeping the shoulders open. And last time. And you're going to climb down and face your box one more time. Take your elbows to the box. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, dive down. You're going to take your elbows down. Inhale, arch. Exhale, C curve as you tuck your toes and come into a pike. Press out. This time you're going to take the other arm and move it to the side so you're in good alignment. The top leg is just like a mermaid tail. Your inner thighs are scissoring together and your hips, nipples, and eyes are all facing the same direction. You're just going to bend and extend your knees a few times. And then press out, stay out. Take the top arm overhead. Bring the carriage home, lift, lower the pelvis. Lift and lower. And you can follow the arm with your gaze if it's comfortable. And press in and bring the carriage home. Let's do one last cat and cow. Inhale, open. Exhale as you fold. Come all the way down into a child pose. You can use the box as a traction and take a few very deep breaths. You can put your forehead on the box. Few breaths before we move on to the next segment of the practice. So slowly get up and take your box on the side.